hour, your power trip today. And we've done nothing of consequence.
Yeah, let's talk about the playoff games last night.
Yeah,
There were
Marnes,
two big
please
games.
do your job.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, Marnes.
The
All right,
people
yes.
want it. They've asked for it. They want it.
We want it.
Yeah.
We want it.
Yeah, they need it. Because it was late.
It was real late.
No, kids stayed up and watched it because it's not a big deal. Kids can stay up as late as they want and watch it.
Yeah.
It's a school day. It's not a big deal.
Marnes.
The MCAs are across the state of Minnesota. No big deal. The kids can just get no sleep and test terribly.
Louis stayed up and watched it.
Of course, he's won.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip. Brought to you by the St. Paul Saints.
Thank you, St. Paul Saints. SaintsBaseball.com. They'll be back in a couple, 28th. They'll be back.
All right, let's start with you, Marnes. Let's start with the positivity.
Okay.
The
All right.
Timberwolves won 119 to 114 over the Denver Nuggets just 24 hours ago. Sauce bet Lieber $100 that the Wolves would be swept.
Oh, no.
That was a quick $100. Ann had 30. Bones had 13 points in just 10 minutes. He was 3 of 4 from 3. So, again, instant offense. We needed that Bones. Randall, looked interested.
Well done.
He actually looked interested, I guess. I didn't see the game. 24 points. Jamal Murray, 30. Joker, almost a triple-double, but Rudy frustrated him. Again, Rudy seems legitimately pissed about the Defensive Player of the Year snub. Not necessarily the fact that he didn't win it, because everybody assumed Wemby was going to get it, and he did. Almost unanimous, 99%. The only one who didn't vote for him was Lavelle Neal III.
Yeah.
The Wolves came back, Lawrence, from
Lavelle.
19 down. Early first half deficit, first quarter deficit, right? First quarter? I think it was first quarter.
It was for sure first half. Yeah, it might have been first quarter. And Sauce, if you saw any of game one, to say that the Wolves were going to be swept is not a far-fetched idea, because that game one, salute you too, my friend.
Yeah, thank you.
It just, it looked almost disastrous. It looked like, well, we saw a full season of this kind of Wolves basketball, and they were not able to flip the switch in game one. And then in game two, we saw a different team. So game one, the Wolves had a total of 21 assists. Game two, 30 assists. Now we're moving the ball.
Yeah.
Now we're getting everyone involved. And what do we hear all season when we get into trouble offensively? The ball gets sticky. And that means it's usually Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle playing iso ball, dribbling. And now when we get everyone involved, it's a different kind of game. So that kind of stuff, plus, to your point, Corey, Rudy Gobert playing that good defense. The stat was that Nikola Jokic was 1 for 8 when Rudy Gobert was his primary defender in this game. And that is tremendous. Jokic finished with 24 points, yes, but he was 8 of 20 from the floor. Jamal Murray shot 2 free throws in this game, not 16. It was a massive course correction to win game two after game one. We looked like a very overmatched team. That was a huge comeback to even the series at 1.
Well said.
My daughter is 12. She stayed up and watched the game. She does have the MCAs today, but I have a talk back from her. She stayed up and watched the game. I did not. Would you like to hear what Harper said about the game last night?
I am tired.
Well, good luck on your test, sweetheart.
Does she smoke?
No, she's just tired. Stay up and watch the game.
Okay.
One other stat to point out is Dante DiVincenzo, who's not going to jump off the page, at 16 points, but 6 of 9 shooting. That's for you, Zach. A plus 20 in the plus-minus category. The next highest Timberwolf was a plus 6. That's Jaden McDaniels and Julius Randle. But a plus 20 gives you some kind of an idea of the impact that a player has.
When Dante's on fire, he is truly a jack of all trades, right? He can do everything. He can shoot threes. He can defend. He's like crafty. He's, annoying and pesters other players. You can
notice it.
Yeah.
Harper would notice it. She'd be like, who's the guy with the flaming red hair who is flying all over the place?
I am tired.
That's her mom.
Because she stayed up too?
No, she's got flaming red hair and she's all over the place.
Oh, okay.
Like the Medina target, the Plymouth target, the Minnetonka target.
Well, she's busy.
Yeah.
She's a busy gal.
So Denver is a 1.5 point favorite on DraftKings on Thursday for game 3. 8:30 Thursday night.
A 1.5?
1.5 point favorite, Denver.
8:30. So that's an 8:45-ish tip-off.
Hopefully right after the Vikings pick 18th,
Yeah.
if they stay at pick 18. Give or take, that's almost exactly when it's going to be. Pretty close. Within maybe 10 or 15 minutes either way.
At some point, I would like someone from the NBA, NHL, whatever, league to step in and say, we are now going to prioritize the fans of these teams. I know we need to make advertising dollars, but I am here to represent the fans, and I am tired of this bull S, and I am standing up for them.
Thank you.
And we have asked them to watch games all season long.
I am tired.
And now they're tired.
Harper's tired.
Did Louis stay up?
Yeah.
I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, there he is, man. Sorry, buddy. I don't know why you have a southern accent all of a sudden, but
Might check the DNA on
He
that.
watches Southern Charm with his mom.
terrible show.
Well, Marnie, you're not going to let your league burn to the ground. I'm glad somebody stood up.
I mean, I just saw the game 5. Game time in Denver. Game
1:30
5.
a.m.
9:30, which again, 9:30 is not the tip time.
On a Monday night.
It's going to be 9:45 on Monday again. And we go all season with this team, and you ask us to watch. Well, I do because I work. I have to watch. But we ask the fans, hey, we give you reasons, and we try to draw you in, and we say this is why you should watch, and we get you to watch, and then we give you this at the end of it. We say, here are the playoffs. Here's a Monday night, a 9:45 tip-off.
Yeah, it's nice.
In your market.
Yeah.
Even in Denver, it was 8:45, and now we're coming home, and we're doing the same thing here. And we need somebody that has a voice and some power to stand up and say, we're not going to do it.
Yeah, we're not going to take it anymore.
Mad as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we're
not
mad
going
as
to take
hell.
it.
And you
So
want
where's Dee
kids,
Snyder or
we say,
Rosen?
well, kids aren't watching games anymore. They're only watching the highlights. And then you give them this. Well, why didn't they watch the game?
I don't know.
I'll tell you why, because they've been in bed for an hour before you tipped.
They're doom scrolling.
Yeah.
They're playing 99 Nights in the Forest on Roblox. They don't care about Jaden McDaniels.
What?
You heard what he said.
I am tired.
Go to bed. Harper.
The NHL one is really the one that ground my gears. And normally I don't let stuff like this bother me because I can't control it. And so I can only respond and react to it. And I don't try to get wound up about this stuff. But when we had a Minnesota team and a Dallas, Texas team, both of which are in the central time zone, have a puck drop at 8:50, I almost lost it because the NHL would admit it is a sometimes struggling league and struggling for viewership and fans and relevancy. And it allows itself to have those very popular teams, the Wild and the Stars, very popular teams, and say, yeah, we're good. Let's puck drop at 8:50.
So, by the way,
for local times in those
how does that work,
time
Marge? Do you
zones.
know how this works? Because it was scheduled for 8:30, right? And I'm watching Flyers and Penguins, right? And that game was mostly
Yeah, it
over.
was what 3-0. That was
Yeah, it was over. So is it just assumed we're dropping the puck at 8:50, or is the league literally watching that game to see how long it's going to determine when they actually drop the puck? Like,
when
is it a
we
variable?
do it in the NBA, it's called a slide, and the time, let's say for us, is if it says 8:30, it's not an 8:30 puck drop or tip off. It's 8:40, so we have 10 minutes of an open, so it's a scene setter to get you ready. So that's where we start. An 8:30 game for us always tips at 8:40. The slide can be up to, depending on the entity, if it's on ESPN or ABC or Peacock or whatever. Usually it's about a 10 to 12 minute slide. That's your window. And they have about a half an hour is usually the drop dead time that the people in charge have to tell the broadcast if you're sliding or not, and then how many minutes you're sliding. And you can slide anywhere between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to the 12 minutes. So if it's an 8:40, it's the earliest you can tip off or drop the puck, and you can go all the way up to 50 or 52, depending on, whatever window you've given it, but it can't be more than that.
Then I don't understand, because who was watching that Flyers Penguins game saying we need 20 minutes
Were the goals
Like-
scored late?
No, it was
No.
like 2-0, and they added an empty netter. Like, it was over. Like, there was not a lot of drama there.
But if it's 2-0, maybe, and it's a half an hour, the drop dead time to tell you if they're going to slide. If it's 2-0 at that time, they might say, well, if whoever had 0, if they score, now it's tight. But that's my other problem.
But who cares, right?
You can't overlap these games.
Right, it's
Correct.
exactly. How many Stars and Wild fan would be like, I really want to watch my Wild, but I gotta see the end of
Correct.
Penguins Flyers.
Right.
There's one group of people that wants to see the end of Penguins Flyers. Gamblers.
Yeah.
Right? You got money on that game. It's like, don't change that channel.
Well
Otherwise, I can wait. Let's go. We can overlap them. Who cares?
Well, Wolves Nuggets also joined in progress. It was 6-3, maybe, by the time we joined. We saw CJ McCollum miss 2 free throws, and the Knicks go down and miss a shot at the buzzer.
Right.
And the post-game interview with CJ McCollum before we joined Wolves and
Yeah.
Knicks,
He
or
plays for
Wolves
Atlanta
and
Hawks.
Nuggets in progress, which I guess is acceptable.
So Zach's saying it's always going to be 850. So maybe the NHL just doesn't do the slide.
And maybe that's
it's
playoff.
just
maybe it's
maybe.
playoff. But in the regular season, we do plenty of side by side where we
Right.
are with ESPN or whoever, and ESPN tells us, because we will be doing our pregame show and our producer will get in our ear, no slide, or
You know what's
the
ridic-
slide, it's 7:47.
Yeah, you know what's ridiculous though? Let's say it is truly always 850. Zach's right. He works in the industry. He knows. Let's say it's just 850. It's cemented. Then it's a little bit like saying a movie starts at 8:30, but then you got to sit through 20 minutes of. It's like the game
Exactly.
is 8:30 and it pisses everybody off because you don't want to tell people it actually starts at 8:50. So you're really
Yeah, right.
lying to people.
Yep.
Right.
That's even more annoying. Just
But
tell us when the
sometimes
actual game starts.
Sometimes
Say
you'll turn the
8:50.
channel on and they have the countdown.
Yeah.
We did that last night and turned the channel on and it said 35 minutes to puck drop or something. And I looked at the clock and it's like 8:25 and you're like,
Right.
oh.
Not even close. Yeah.
So there was no drama. There was no, it's an 8:30. We knew.
What happens if it goes to overtime? Do they just stay with the original one until?
No, then they said that like Wild Stars was going to start on ESPNU. If you weren't going to watch
Okay.
the
Sure.
FanDuel
Oh,
coverage,
right,
if you were going to watch national, you could start it on ESPNU. Then I think it flips back to the main ESPN.
Did Wolves Nuggets start on Peacock?
Don't know. Didn't see a second of it.
Okay.
I was watching the hockey
It
game.
must have,
I
because,
just had it
the
on
Knicks-
NBC,
Yeah, because
but-
the Knicks went late, right? Yeah.
But I wondered if I had switched over to Peacock, would I have seen the tip, like the open and the tip off?
I am tired.
But I actually was interested in the end of that Knicks
Sure.
and Hawks game.
So was Hawks.
Hawks game because
Yeah,
it
they
was
got 'em.
it was interesting, and I
deal.
don't even mind that. And I'm a huge Wolves fan, and I was like, I'm fine missing the first minute or two just because
It's basketball.
Yeah.
they can overlap.
After the 20-minute delay, the 850 puck drop, the Stars did win 4-2 over the Wild, so that series is now even at 1. The stat we hammered earlier, because it's just kind of insane that we're a quarter century in. The Wild have never led a playoff series 2-0.
Oh.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, that's insane.
That's pretty insane. Never. Game 3 in St. Paul tomorrow at 8:30. So 2 goals for our guy Brock Faber, Minnesota's own Brock Faber. Second one cut it to 3-2, but a weird empty netter late seals it for Dallas.
Yeah. When we had that too many men on the ice thing from them, I thought we were going to do it.
Yep, point blank range for Kirill.
Between the legs and behind you.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
It's super cool, but it didn't work.
He did not. Way to go, Marnes.
A lot of fights, a lot of penalties, a lot of cheap shots both ways. They don't like each other much, these two teams.
I'm just going to do it because you guys haven't done it. Johnny Beans, Bonds, Bones.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with the Twins?
They won 8 out of 9. Gave us a little bit of hope. Then they ran into the Reds, and the red flags that we had seen all spring training, all off
Well
season,
played.
showed up versus the Reds. They suddenly had trouble scoring runs, mostly because they had trouble hitting with runners in scoring position. But their defense was brutal, especially their infield defense, which looks like it could be a problem all year if they don't find some way to make some changes. And their bullpen was leaked runs in Game 2 and exploded in Game 3, and they just don't have the arms out there. So what we saw is on their trip to New York, we're going to see a new arm in the bullpen. Kendry Rojas is going to be joining them to replace Funderburk, who's on paternity leave. And then, unfortunately, we also had a injury to the rotation, such that Mick Abel went on the IL. So we'll get to see Connor Prelips, Major League Baseball debut probably Wednesday.
Did you see the details of the Cody Funderburk paternity story?
I saw that his wife is battling leukemia.
His wife is going through cancer treatments.
Right.
And she stopped chemotherapy. I mean, had chemotherapy and then stopped at some point based on, medical guidelines, and carried the baby to term and is delivering what we assume will be a healthy baby, and then resuming whatever treatments she needs. It is a real deal, but they expect her and the baby to be both completely healthy, and it's an incredible story. And she, lost her hair and the whole it's just it makes me just tear up thinking about it. It's incredible what she's gone through, and they've gone through. This is their first child.
Right. But you're saying it looks like everything's going to be okay?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
And this is, while he is, trying to establish a major league career, traveling and all this other stuff. And they're trying to, there was no guarantee he was going to be on this team. He had been spending time in St. Paul and traveling about there. So, there's a lot on that couple's plate.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Good luck,
seems
man.
like a happy ending.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, headlines in a second when we come back. And I do have that team codes game ready if you guys want to try it again. If you want to, we played it last week. The only downside is Bonus is here and he's super smart.
Yeah,
Bonus might dominate this game.
Let's do it.
You want to try when we get back?
Sure.
What do you say? Wait, why
I don't have any idea what this game is, but I'll try it.
Do you know things? If you know things, you'll do well.
You do.
Debatable.
I know things.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on the Fan.
In a few minutes, bitch.
Final segment. It's gone by so quickly because we were having so much fun. It's the Power Trip Morning Show. Bonesy.
Yes, sir.
Marnsy. Pastor Thousands.
Hey.
You ready to hear it, baby?
I think so.
Good bit.
You ready to hear it, baby?
Yeah.
All right. Johnny Bones, a week ago, we tried this game. Who knows if it sticks, but they tied 3 ways last week. We had no winner.
It was perfect.
Yeah. Everybody was a winner. Everybody got a blue ribbon. Everybody was very excited that they were first place.
Great.
Right? It's like kids in a 2026 spelling bee. Everybody gets a ribbon. Everybody goes home a winner. Let's try this game again. Why not? Let's see if it works. Here's how this works, Johnny Bones. You familiar with team codes?
I think so.
Like the 3 letters that identify a team, like in statistics, right?
Okay.
Like an airport.
Like last week, we did the Anaheim Ducks because the Wild were wrapping up the regular season against Anaheim, and the team code for Anaheim is ANA.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but the Minnesota Timberwolves are taking on the Denver Nuggets. You know, the team code for the Denver Nuggets.
DEN.
DEN. Simple as that.
Sure.
DEN. So here's what happens, Johnny Bones. I have 20 words that have the letters DEN consecutively somewhere in the word. Could be starting the word, middle of the word, end of the word, but DEN in order somewhere in the word.
You're going to be fine.
I just quickly describe the word or give a clue about the word. You just yell out the answer. This isn't initials. You don't have to yell out your name. We're just going to say whoever yells out the answer first gets the point. It's as simple as that. So DEN somewhere in the word. You understand this. You're a smart guy.
I just want you to know that last week I said anal.
She sure did. And now that's happened 2 consecutive weeks.
Because ANA.
Yeah, she was.
Got it.
L.
You say said. I say demanded.
Yeah. She's putting her password into her phone.
Good one, Sauce.
Somewhere in Tuscany, Rosie is fist pumping.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can we go back
In
live,
excitement.
Dan?
All right, you guys ready? I don't know what he's doing. I think in Italy you pay extra for that.
He ain't scared.
All right, here we go. 20 of them, because why not?
All right. Let's go.
Tell me what the answer to this is. Number 1, intentionally concealed from others.
Hidden.
Ooh, I think bonus by a sliver,
I do
but man,
too,
that was
yeah.
close. Johnny Bones, that is hidden, absolutely. 1-0.
Where you going?
All right.
Okay.
Not permitted or against accepted rules or customs. Forbidden, Chris. That was quick. Forbidden. And it's 1-1. Number 3. Institution, supervisor, or authority figure.
Warden.
Warden, Chris.
Oh, boy.
And I was going to
Number
say
2.
Kansas.
Kansas, yes. That does not have ANA or DEN in it.
Oh, we're playing?
Yes, yes. The letters have changed this week. DEN. Number 4. Happening quickly without any...
Sudden.
Damn it.
That was sudden. 2-2. Bonus is going to be good at this game. I had a hunch. But we're tied at 2 apiece. Number 5. Minor depression formed by impact.
Indent.
I'll give you that. Dent. Yep, dent. The dent or indent works, sure.
No.
Indentation.
no,
I mean,
they're
all
different.
of them would work. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah.
Indentation, indent, dent. I think they're all kind of interchangeable, right? Well, Marnie, I'm
Zip it.
shocking.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you have that point. Marnie's on the
You're
board.
okay with that, Sauce?
Yeah, we're playing?
He would have said Kansas. I can't give
I
him
would
a
have said
point.
Kansas. Yeah, he's right.
All right, number 6. Strong twill cloth often dyed blue. Strong twill cloth often dyed blue.
I'm not a big cloth guy.
Strong twill cloth. Keyword is blue here. It's most commonly known that it's blue.
Bonnet. No. Sorry. That's not how you spell that.
Take cloth out of it. What if I said like fabric or material that's often dyed blue? Famously, Denim is the right answer. There we go. That's denim.
Gooden.
You got
for
it.
you.
Marnes Gooden.
All right.
Good.
2 for bonus, 2 for Marnie, 2 for Hawk. Sauce is in Kansas. Here's number 7. DEN are the letters we're looking for. Removable set, possibly on a nightstand.
Dentures.
Dentures. Marnie takes the lead. Dentures. Number 8. Droplets appearing on cold surfaces.
Condensation.
Condensation. Bonus gets point number 3. Sauce, you understand how this game works, right? There's DEN somewhere consecutively in the word.
And you can get half the answer right and still get credit.
What's wrong with indent?
I don't know. Kansas.
Last week the answer was canary, and I believe you said bald eagle.
I'm not smart.
3 for bonus, 3 for Marnie, 2 for Hawk. Here's number 9. Information supporting a claim or idea.
Evidence.
Evidence, and Chris forces a 3-way tie. Evidence, DEN right in the middle. We're almost halfway through. We have a 3-way tie. Sauce, you can start anytime, buddy.
These are hard, man.
Number 10. Heavy load carried physically or mentally.
Burden.
Chris takes the lead. That was quick.
Yeah.
All right, halfway through, Chris leads 4-3. Number 11. This one's tough. This is the hardest one so far. Extra or secondary remark added to a main point.
Appendix.
Nope.
Addendum.
Appendage.
Nope. Looking for something else. This is an extra or secondary remark that's added to a main point. This one's tough. It's not the primary point. It's kind of a...
Can I still play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like kind of not... How else do I describe this without saying the word? Like you're making a main point or a main argument, and then you kind of veer off a little bit, and you're like, here's a second point that's similar, but it's not the main focus. This is a tough one. Maybe we won't get this one. Maybe this is a stretch. It's a hard one.
No idea.
Are we all passing on this one?
Yeah, sure.
That's side note. It's hard because the den sound isn't really there. Side note is technically DEN in the middle, though. It's a side note.
That's a
tough
one word side note?
Sure.
That's a lawyer
one word. DEN right in the middle. Nobody gets that one. Number 12. Official proof of who someone is.
Identification.
Chris was first.
Nice job, Hogs.
But yes, Sauce, you finally had one. Yes. Identification, Chris has 5. Marnie has 3. Bonus has 3. Number 13. Historically, a pure, unmarried female.
Virgin.
You wish. Maiden. Chris was first. That's a maiden.
Jeez, Hog, you're good.
Virgin doesn't even have a D.
It sure does not.
No, that's why it's a virgin.
Kansas.
Yeah, virgining in Kansas? Not anymore.
Chris has 6. Marnie and Bonus each have 3. Number 14. Animal's lair.
Den.
Everybody just gets the point? Or, I mean, that was...
Yeah.
Not everybody.
Chris has 7. Marnie has 4. Bonus has 4. Sauce didn't get den, which are the exact 3 letters that we're playing. All right, number 15.
In Colorado.
Maybe that's next. Number 15. Saying something isn't true. Deny or denial. I would have taken either one, deny or denial. Bonus gets point number 5.
Good job, Bonus.
Number 16. Bryan Cranston's Tim Whatley on Seinfeld.
Dentist.
And Sauce is on the board. It's a show you hate.
Yeah.
You killed a dentist once in real life.
I did, yeah.
You don't even like that show, and you knew that he was a dentist.
Yeah.
Tim Whatley.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Chris has 7. Bonus has 5. Marnie has 4. Sauce has 1. Here's number 17. Filled tightly with matter or objects.
Dense,
Marnie. Yes, that's
Way to go,
0.5.
Mars. Wow.
You're staying in this one. All right. 7 for Hawk, 5 for Marnie, and Bonus. Sauce has 1.
Hi.
3 to go. Hi. A 68-year-old Minnesota sports broadcaster. A 68-year-old Minnesota sports broadcaster.
Den Barrero.
Nope, not Den Barrero. 68-year-old sports broadcaster. Let's let this one simmer for a second and see if, because people on the radio are yelling because they know it. Let's see who can figure this one out the fastest. 68 years old. Not a talk show host, by the way, an actual sports broadcaster. "68 years old. Been around a minute or two.
I don't pay attention.
Might
to
have
sports
played at one
broadcasters.
point. His or her name has Den in it, D-E-N. One of you, for sure, if not two of you, will kick yourselves as soon as I say it.
No idea.
You guys want hints?
Yeah.
Was a part of a title.
Oh,
Team or national?
Local team.
oh, Dan Gladden.
Dan Gladden is the right answer,
we
Marnie.
go.
Dan
That'd be a
Gladden.
twin.
D-E-N. That one is going to hurt. That's Danny Gladden.
I kept spelling Jim Peterson
Yeah,
over
I
in
thought
my
that
mind.
one
I'm
too,
like,
yeah.
there's no D.
All right. Chris, you have a 2-point lead with 2 to go. So Marnie or bonus, you got to get the last 2. Otherwise, Chris wins. Number 19, diner style chain.
Denny's.
Everybody gets Denny's. That was almost unanimous. Number 20, last one, Cleveland, Jackson, Madison, Adams.
Vice President. Nope.
President.
President, sure. Yeah, either way. All right. Yep, president. Chris wins. Chris
Nice
had
job,
7.
Alex.
Chris had 7.
Marty.
All right.
Smart.
Dan Gladden. You
Yeah.
work with him.
I'll tell you how many times I spelled Mark Rosen and then tried to go through all of his nicknames. I was like, wait, he's not
I said
68.
68,
I
not
know,
78.
I know. And then I was going through all of the local.
in are you?
Oh,
Jesus, Marnie.
wow.
Congratulations, Hawk.
I
Well
never
done,
got
Hogs.
to the Twins.
No, didn't get to the Twins.
I went to all the local TV stations, and then I started going through the guys here, and then I went to the Wolves.
Did you ever at one point want to guess Den Barrero? Pretty good.
That was genius.
That was
Thanks,
I'll
Corey.
try.
It's fun.
yeah, that is fun.
Yeah, you guys
try
are
with the
quick,
jokes
man.
sometimes.
You guys are quick. Humanity is evolving to become more redheaded. Buckle up. A Harvard study of nearly 16,000 ancient human remains found that red hair genes are actually slowly spreading. And that natural selection has been quietly rooting for redheads this whole time.
Rosie's live again.
Oh, that's nice.
Who's he talking to?
So yeah,
Angie.
there's exactly. For those of you who have dealt with a redhead or have been married to one, buckle up. If humanity's headed towards more redheads, we are in for a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Give me a ticket.
I'll tell you,
Hawk's in.
Angie's a good time. I would.
Now she's an actress.
She could be an actress.
Yeah, she acts like she likes me.
No, she doesn't.
She's awesome. Redheads are something else though, right?
They're fiery, like their hair.
Yeah, but again, my goat is a redhead, right? Conan O'Brien. My first crush, Daphne from Scooby Doo. A lot of redheads.
Yeah.
That was pretty much the whole list.
Okay.
Right, those two and my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your first kiss, Carrot Top.
That is problematic because I was like 10 then, I think. Tough break for Carrot Top.
Oh, poor Carrot Top.
All right, we got a couple of animal stories. One, maybe both. I can't tell if I'm in favor of both of these. But Chris, you and I have said this story so many times on the air, but we saw a bullfight in Mexico, and it was the last bullfight I ever wanted to see.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
It's changed the way I looked at it. So, for example, to quote the great band Chevelle, hats off to the bull in this one. A Spanish bullfighter
Beth.
a Spanish bullfighter
6 feet tall.
temporarily he might have been higher up in the air because a bull's horn perforated his
Dusty
rectum.
cow town.
And if you've seen bullfighting,
Damn near killed him.
he deserved it.
Beth.
Yeah, honestly, hats off to the bull. That guy deserved it. I
Yep.
hope it hurt like a son of a bitch.
Yep. I loved him so much.
I did not love him so much. If I would have been in the crowd again, it would have been against my will because it's one of the worst things I've ever seen. I would have cheered the loudest when his rectum was perforated.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have been
You would have
like,
needed
yes!
smoke.
Yep. They deserve it, man. It's the worst.
Wow, man, that's amazingly hard.
I can't even imagine. I guess he's in very serious condition. I don't know if this story is updated. I don't know if the guy lived or died.
I just got a text on the Power Trip chain from where it says NBD.
Oh. Well, he's on the way to the airport.
Yeah, I think Tommy's in Alabama on Thursday, so he's going to call in. He's going to call in and maybe he can say, I'm going to go see a bullfight instead. A safari guide who once said, I guess famously at some point, told friends, I'd rather be killed by an elephant than to ever shoot one. All right. This is a person we can at least cheer for, right?
Yeah, good for him.
Doesn't want to ever shoot an elephant. He would rather be killed by one.
And he was.
Yep.
He got killed by a charging elephant.
Oh.
Why?
I don't know. He apparently was in a place that was
Frequented by
guarded.
charging elephants.
Yeah, and, maybe walking around.
It was terrific.
Yeah, well, he probably was a terrific guide at one point, but now
It's terrific.
he got killed by a charging
I
elephant.
loved him so much.
Well, Jer Bear,
you're a
I got
sweet guy.
really bad news for you,
Yeah,
buddy.
sorry, Jer.
Man. You guys have seen elephants, right, at zoos?
What movie?
Sure.
No, not movies, Jer
Dumbo.
Bear, like an
Yeah.
actual elephant. They're awesome. I wonder if it would change if you saw them in the wild, like if it would feel significantly different. It's still just super cool to see them in zoos.
Yeah.
I don't feel great for them. I'm sure they're probably not having the best time.
Not at all.
All right, animal activist Jerry Lewis. They're awesome, though. Pretty cool.
Yep.
It's a big creature.
It's a huge creature. Yeah,
Yep.
sure.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
And they never forget.
Yep.
Speaking of
Yep.
never forgetting, it feels like a lifetime ago, but it was 10 years ago today that Prince died from an accidental overdose of fentanyl. He was 57 years old.
No.
No,
Does that feel like
that's right.
more or less than 10 years to you in the Prince timeline?
It feels about
Way
right.
more.
That's what I think the same.
Yeah, it feels about right. That seems incredible.
10 years.
Man, oh man.
Try this one.
It was a terrible thing, but it was a cool night, a cool gathering.
Man,
The whole city showed
That
up
was
and
very cool.
I
did
will say,
sing-alongs.
every time I think of it, I say, I can't believe if the elevator tries to bring you down, go crazy, punch a higher floor. I'm not going to let the elevator bring me down. He died in an elevator.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I remember hearing the news, and I was I was working at a Twins Brewers series in Milwaukee.
With Dan Gladden?
Yes. But the news was there was a body found at Paisley Park. And I remember thinking, oh my God, I hope Prince wasn't involved in something. Like, I hope he's not, there was no foul play. I hope he's not going to jail. Like, this could be weird. It never once crossed my mind until news started trickling in, a half hour later or whatever, that body could be of Prince. And that's what I remember as being the first thoughts.
Right.
Yeah.
So, again, repeat story, but since we brought this up yesterday, we brought up the idea of, is it worth seeing Madonna once just to see what she's all about, right? She's a legend, living legend, right?
For sure.
Because my perspective, I've seen Prince exactly one time. I was a very lukewarm, like Prince is fine. And then I saw him live and I was like, Jesus, what am I missing? Like, this was awesome.
I loved him so much.
Me too, Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry.
So, I didn't get it until I saw him. Then I'm like, whoa, my eyes got wide open. And I feel the same way. I'm sure Madonna's the same way. The people that are truly legends, I got to see them once. I'm not saying like, oh man, I got to see Katy Perry once. I bet it's amazing. Whatever. Madonna's on that list, right? Prince. Like, I don't think I can even name 3 or 4 Bob Dylan songs. I don't know anything about Dylan, but Dylan's playing that amphitheater like in July, right?
Yeah.
Do you go once just to say you suck? I have never seen Paul McCartney. I've never seen Odyssey. Never seen the Beatles. I don't know. Like some of these people, I'm like, I should just see him
Like
once just to see
Springsteen.
if. Yeah, and Bruce does nothing for me, but should I see him once just to see if I'm missing something? Because from afar, I'm not a Bruce fan, but
see what
everybody
you're
said he's
saying there.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that big of a change, just seeing Prince once leads you to think maybe that could happen multiple times.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah,
Yes.
I love that idea. That's music, man. I mean, again, I say this too often, and it sounds like a cliche, but it's not. You're seeing an artist make art live in front of you. How much would you pay to watch Monet paint, right?
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah. And imagine, I think of this as well. I was having a conversation with somebody in the Dillos about this not long ago. Imagine what might have been, not just if Prince had lived, but if Prince had lived the last 5 years of his life clean.
Yeah.
Who knows what the drugs he was on for the hip pain, obviously, were doing to his creativity. Who knows what it was doing to his mindset, whether or not he would have ever released those songs we may never hear. Who knows?
And again, if he was 57, he'd only be 67. He would still be kicking some ass. It's not like he would have been 90. He's 67 years old.
Right.
This term is thrown around way too easily in music, maybe in life, in our culture. He was a genius.
Yes.
A genius.
Yes.
No.
And we lost him.
And, not only do you have to be a genius, you have to see music and see the world differently than everybody else. And Prince's music was unlike anybody else's, right? You have to be a trendsetter.
Yeah.
We're like, how many people even since Prince have sounded like Prince? Like 0 people.
Right.
You know what I'm
Good
saying?
point. Yeah.
So he was kind of just a singularity. He was just in his own little bubble and nobody sounded like him before or after.
It would have been fun
That's
to
the
see him
best.
at 75 years old as a grandpa. You know what I mean? It would have
Still
been fun.
wailing on guitar.
Right. Who knows? It would have been great.
Or doing a little in-person Broadway show talking about his life and rise.
Or playing at the
like
Dakota.
Bruce did.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
well said.
Yeah.
Or Prince at the Sphere.
Oh my God.
Well
yeah,
said.
right.
Oh, my.
Right.
Or Prince, like stealing the show at Coachella.
How much would he have loved playing at the Sphere? Jeez.
You would think,
Can
wouldn't
you imagine what he could have done visually?
Yeah.
Because my guess is, again, he's a genius. My guess is he would have had some crazy vision that nobody had thought of and done something that nobody had thought of.
Or I'm Prince playing the initials. I mean,
There you go.
Now you're talking.
I just heard him over
Maybe
there.
the
Look at
best
him.
idea. How do we? Oh my God. Prince hologram.
And it's only available on Friday.
But he plays initials, right?
Yep. 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
No, actually, I don't
So we
think-
have like
I
the
don't think
hologram, and we have like some kind of chat GPT AI play for him, but the hologram actually moves, and it's great for KFAN.com/watch.
No.
Jerry, stop, please.
Hey, we can say who's playing now, right? We're locked in for Friday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Marnie, are you familiar with the show Love is Blind? It's a big deal, right? Love is
Sure.
Blind.
Yeah.
So Daniel and Taylor are local people, and they were a big deal apparently on their season of Love is Blind. Sauce, you've met them.
Yeah, they're both great people. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
they've been on Twin Cities Live. They have a bazillion social media followers because that show's a big deal. They're both playing on Friday. They're going to play.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sauce has met them.
Yeah, they're great people. It'll be fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're still a couple.
Yeah.
Still
yeah.
together.
Yep.
And they're
Married
not,
everything, yeah.
blind.
Yeah.
Just the love is.
The love was blind.
Yeah.
Is this the gentleman that you said bad things about?
No. No, I didn't.
that was a different
That
person.
was a different person.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yep.
Who I've got confirmation that the person I said bad things about is the things I've said about him. So, yeah. It was an odd
Well, then
when
you
I
can-
saw him
you say
live.
him.
Well,
Say
I
it.
always tell him, I never thought I'd see you in person.
You did
so I'm
say
sorry
that.
I said that.
What a
did
brave
say
thing
that.
to say.
You did say that.
I believe all the things I said. I just never thought I'd run into you.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
True.
he was. The second he walked into the bar I was in, he was like, looked at me, and I'm like, oh God, this isn't going to go over well. And I had about 9 Surfsides in me, and I'm like, well, I guess Dov and I are going to have to. Dov's going to have to deal with this because I'm going to run away.
What's that guy's first name?
Dave.
Dave.
He was actually really nice. Like once we started talking.
But then you just said you have
I said to
confirmed that he's a piece of crap from other people.
No, that's somebody else. No.
Oh, that's somebody else.
Yeah.
Can you
What are you
imagine?
doing over there?
Can you imagine? Let's say that guy walks into a bar, and it's boys' weekend, right? Because this was up north or something, right? It's
Yeah.
guys' weekend, and he's at a cabin all weekend with like him, PJ Fleck, Ben Stiller, Danny McBride, and they're all like, "Let's go to the bar," and they walk in, and there's Saw sitting at the bar,
Yeah, that'd be weird.
and you're like, "I never thought I'd run into the four
Yeah,
of
I
you."
never thought I'd run into the forest.
What is Ben Stiller
And
doing in Brainerd?
all together? But I apologize, and I say mean things, and I shouldn't because I don't know them as people. I shouldn't say things like that. But I have low self-esteem, and it makes me feel better about myself.
I don't want your life.
Oh,
I mean, it's not that bad. Oh, that guy's dead.
Sauce, I'm going to make your day though.
Dossie.
Me?
Little Debbie announced a new snack:
Oh, hell
chocolate old-fashioned donuts.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not like I don't love chocolate, but I would eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy gets it.
They claim there was a quote massive consumer demand. Your
Really?
breath?
My breath.
Massive consumer demand.
You look great, by the way.
Going back
you.
to like an old recipe or something?
Yeah, what's the
The old-fashioned donuts.
Yeah,
You know how those old donuts are? Like the
Right.
they're kind of glazed. Like
Oh,
they're
yeah,
called,
old-fashioned donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they have a
chocolate
quick trip.
ones.
Yeah.
Best donut in the city is, I just lost the name of it, in City Center, and you go there and they've got all the fancy donuts. Don't get any
Cardigan?
of them. Get the Cardigan. Cardigan's old-fashioned
It's a
donuts.
sweater, but thanks for
Holy cow.
Really?
So good.
Thanks, Taylor Swift.
Remember the Cardigans? Whatever happened to those guys?
You know who loves that band?
Sunday.
Garlar.
Yes.
Garlo does?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a guess on your part.
Yeah.
How
He's
the hell
working
did you
me.
know that?
I think we've done that in the past. I think I've done the Andy Bernard bit, like whatever happened to those guys. And then I think we referenced the Cardigans and Saw said Garlar liked them. But again, Garlar likes alternative music. So if it's Insane Clown Posse, I guess Dov. If it's any one-off band from the 90s, it's almost always Garlar and the Guitar Lars.
If I were standing beside Garlar in line at a donut store, I wouldn't know it. But I know a lot about him.
But he's related to Papa.
Papa. Anybody else related to Papa?
3 people, yeah. 3 ladies.
Is that right?
Yep. Alex, Natalie, and Gab.
Papa.
All great people. Relax, please.
Chris is going to hope that Alex doesn't gab after they run into each other. Keep that one quiet. Marnie, we'll see you Friday.
Okay, see you Friday. Bye.
Love is Blind, Marnie, on Friday. I promise you. They're not blind. They'll make their way in, and they'll battle in initials. Johnny Bones, we will see you next Tuesday, but not the following Tuesday.
That is correct.
Have a good run, Johnny Bones. Love you. Thank you for the coffee.
Enjoy Philly, yeah. Thanks for the coffee.
Yep.
9 to noon is next.
And thank you, Jason Zucker, as well.
Yeah, that was awesome talking to Zuck. I hadn't talked to him in a while. I think we got bonus Creasel tomorrow, right? Creasel's in
That's
tomorrow?
right, tomorrow's
Because he
Wednesday.
can't make it Friday, so bonus Creasel tomorrow. I think Parker Fox tomorrow. It'll be fun. We're back tomorrow, 5:30 to 9. See you then.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
You too, Abba Dabba. Look at this beautiful day. Go get it, baby girl.